Welcome back to Moms with Myra podcast, where we celebrate purpose, passion, resilience, and the beautiful journeys that shape us into who we are. Today's guest is a creative visionary, entrepreneur, and definitely a woman of style who has turned her love for fashion and self expression into a growing brand. She is the owner of IDIA Accessories, a business that reminds us that accessories are more than fashion. They are confidence, identity, and personal expression. Please help me welcome the beautiful and inspiring Janelle Brown. Janelle, thank you so much for being on the show with me today.
Thank you so much for having me and for the invite. I was very honored and I'm excited to have this conversation with you.
Thank you. I'm excited too. Now, behind the woman behind the business, who is Janelle behind the business and the entrepreneurship?
She is a daughter, she is a teacher, she loves community. She is just so many things wrapped up into one. And there's so many things that she can say, but she is just a lot. She's a lot. She is a lot. She's creative, but she's a teacher and she just has a love of people. And that's what started this business, and that's what keeps this business going.
And I was going to say, even with your earbobs, that was the first time that I saw you. I saw somebody, they had on some earrings, and I was like, where you get those earrings? And so then I found you, and then I found your page and started following your page. And I just want to tell you that the earrings and stuff that you create is so unique and so empowered and just so black woman and sister girl and just all of these beautiful things. And with
Thank
us
you.
finally sitting down and talking to each other face to face, it all makes sense to me now. Like I can understand the reason why the jewelry that you make and the things that you create resonate with so many people.
And so I am a lover of all people, but everything I do is for the black women.
Yes. Yes.
We carry everything and we're
Yes.
expected to carry so much. And so everything I am is because of a black woman. Everything I do is for the blacks. And I always say if I'm at this table, it is for the progression of my people first.
Yes.
So that means a lot to hear you say that because I definitely am called. I used to be called, "Are you the lady who makes the African earrings?" And it's an honor because I want to make something for everything, but the first thing I want to do is to be it for my people, and so most definitely.
But you know what's beautiful about that? The thing that I love about that, and people will hear me, and I know they're like, here she go again. Over and over and over when I do my interviews, I always talk about being obedient to the call, whatever that is.
Yes,
Obedience is very, very important, no matter what it look like. And you being a creative person, you know that sometimes you're in the bed trying to get some rest. And if God put on your heart, you need to make these earrings and these colors and do this hat and that way, you got to get up and either write it down or start working on it. And people don't
most
understand
definitely.
that.
Most definitely. Being a creative comes with having an idea in your mind, but you can't rest until you execute.
Yes,
And no matter how many times, it might take you a couple times to execute it, but no matter what, until I get that thing executed, I gotta go to the store. I gotta talk to somebody about it. I'm so thankful for we're not at that point, but I'm so thankful for the village that helps to create me and helps to for me to be able to present myself as I do. It takes a village. And they listen to my wild ideas and I send them pictures of things and I'm like, look at this. And so that is so true. That is so true. When I see something in my mind until it's executed, I cannot rest.
well, it really, really shows in your work. And I just wanted to give you your flowers in that way
Thank you so
because
much.
everything, honey, that you touch is beautiful. Everything that you create is beautiful. I have not seen one thing yet that I'm like, oh my God. If it's a hat, oh my God, look. And I don't even wear hats like that, but seeing the hats that you create make me think twice. Like, I
And I
really need
was
to
just
get me
telling my mom this morning that Maya Angelou, one of my favorite quotes about her is, "You can't use up your creativity. The more you use, the more you have." And
that.
so I just literally continue to try to expand because my business started with an earring. And I would just go places and all I had was my earrings. And I look on my table now, there's ties, there's hats, there's pins, there's journals, there's bracelets, there's so many seasons and so many new things that my business is. And it all started from a circle and an earring.
That
They
sounds
weren't they
beautiful.
weren't even words, they were patterns.
I
And then
remember.
yeah, so I started off with just patterns and just going to the fabric store and not kind of knowing what I was doing. And then I started, wanting to have a message. And I started with some messages, and that has taken on its whole own life form. So
Now, growing up, did you always see yourself becoming a business owner or entrepreneur?
no, no. I did see myself as a teacher. So, full time, my day job is I am a teacher of little children. I didn't want to
Mhm.
do it because I knew they ain't make no money because my mama teaching. I know we ain't had no money. So I was like, I ain't gonna do that. But I went another way, but my heart came back to being a teacher. And I've always been creative somewhat, but I know I never imagined in all my life that I would have a product that would be on a different continent than I am,
Yes.
in different states than I am, in different places I've never heard of, weekly. And that is the biggest blessing. I could not have imagined this for myself at all. God has a way of he be knowing, because I never imagined. I always say the chubby little girl from the projects has created something, like I said, that's on other continents and other countries and other parts of the world. And it's just amazing to me.
Well, I think it's beautiful that you decided to step outside of your comfort zone in such a way. And, like we were saying before we started recording, we don't know how it's going to be received. Somebody always got something to say about something. So I'm glad that you stuck with it and you were obedient, because that's kind of how moments with Myra came. I had a couple of friends that was doing podcasts and they was like, come and be a guest. Oh, no problem. I'll come and be a guest. And then somebody said, you need to. And I was looking at them like, that's not my ministry, no. And they was like, well, think about it. And
Mm-hmm.
then I did my first episode and I called myself setting myself up not to do it. And I said, well, I want my first guest to be the chief of police of Winston-Salem.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking he don't have time to talk to me. Like, that ain't gonna happen. So I said, if he says yes, then I'll do the podcast. So that's like, okay. So I wrote a letter, Janelle. I don't even remember what I said because honestly, I half-ass wrote it. Because why pour into something that you know is not gonna come to fruition?
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent the letter, sent it, I forgot about it. Girl, I checked my email and got a response, and he was my very first guest. And I was like, I got to do this because
Now
I
you
can't
gotta
go back
do
on
it.
my word. I
Now
got to
you
do
gotta
it.
do it.
Yes, and here we are now in season 2, and it's been a lot of bumps in the road, but I'm thankful that I got out of my own way and I
Mm-hmm.
stopped worrying about what people think and was really, really showing up and doing something that was put on my heart to do. So I really, really love hearing your story about how everything's come full circle. And I love the fact, honey, and idea of being on different continents, time,
Yes.
all of that. That's
I've
beautiful.
I've literally had one lady from France order one pair of earrings, and I was like, it's gonna cost you more to get it. But she was very adamant about that.
Well,
Yes.
that's something to be proud of.
Yes.
Now, what does the name IDIA accessories mean to you personally?
So IDIA accessories has two meanings. So I started out as just earbobs. And as the business grew and grew and grew, and I have more to offer than earbobs, I
Mhm.
started thinking, well, how can I rebrand myself and rename myself? And I played around with so many different names. And in my family, we've lost two angels in the last 3 years. And both of
Awesome.
their names start with an I.
Okay.
And so that's where the two eyes come from. And it means I do it all.
I love
Because
that.
I went from one thing to literally making gift boxes, making, like I said, ink pens and hats and ties and earrings and hoops. And I don't ever want to limit myself to one thing. And so I do it all. And so
Yeah,
that's where they came from. And like I said, the two eyes are in memory of our angels, Ayana and Amani. And they both passed, they both, transitioned, but I wanted to honor them. And so that is where idea came from.
love that.
And the big idea. Like it's
I love it. And it's beautiful too that you're honoring them in such a beautiful way, in a way that's going to stand the test of time. Because,
yes.
honey, with the products and stuff that you make, it's going to be around. Like, and the
Thank you so
quality of
much.
the stuff that you make too, it's going to be around for a long time. So I really, really do think that that's a beautiful way for you to honor those two angels.
Thank you so very much.
So now, when you started, did you really, really think that your passion could become a business? Like a real, true business, like making money kind of business?
No, because I did not start out making them to sell them.
Okay.
So I have natural hair, and I've had natural hair for a long time. And in the natural hair community, button earrings were like a really big thing. And so I wanted to order some, and I did. And I got them, and they broke. So I went to the fabric store at Hancock at the time, and I asked the little lady who worked there. I said, I got these earrings and they broke, and I want to fix them. She said, "Well, honey, you can make that." And she showed me the things that I would need to make them, and I did. And I played around with them, and I would give them to my friends. And one of my friends said to me, you can't give me anymore. I have to pay you for them." And that is how I sold my first pair of earrings. And that's where the business starts from. It's from me just kind of giving them out and playing around with it because I'm a perfectionist. And
Hmm.
they just didn't look like I should sell them. But from her saying, "You can't give me anymore. I have to buy them from you." And so that's how it became. But I never saw, no, no, never
You
in a
know what? What a very good friend she is too,
yes,
because any other friend would have been like, okay, yeah, I'll try those, and never once talk about this part of it. So that's a very, very good friend. And I'm glad that she convinced you. So now that you knew that you needed to start thinking about my worth, the time, the effort, the love, the creativity, everything that you put into
yes.
everything that you make.
Yes. Yes. I put my all into everything I make. I really do. And I remember going back to the question, I told Devorah Transu, and she's transitioned, but she had a stationery business, and I wanted some stickers. And so I go and I tell her, I'm like, I want these stickers. And she said, "Well, tell me about your business." So I'm like, "Well, I make earrings, and I want some stickers for my packaging." And she said, "Well, what do you think of this business?" And I'm thinking, "Now, lady, I didn't ask you all of this. I want some stickers." And so she told me at that moment, she said, "If you treat your business like a hobby, you'll be rewarded as a hobby. But if you treat your business like a business, it will reward you as a business." And it didn't click to me till years later what she was saying to me, because at that time, I just wanted my
She was like, I
stickers.
just need my stickers, ma'am.
I
But
want
you
you.
know what? I know Devorah too, and that sounds just like her because we went to school together, and she's always been a thinker. It's
Yeah.
never been just a quick answer. It's always something to make you really, really think about it. So that makes
Yes.
perfect sense to me. But look, here you are. And
Yes.
also, too, I mean, honestly, I think going further and beyond than you thought that you would, and that's the beauty of it. Because even with us speaking now, I feel your energy and just the humbleness. And I think that even though you know that you make a pretty good product, you're still so humble about it. So I want to tell you, girl, I don't think you realize like how beautiful and how good your stuff is. And it's
Thank you so
okay
much.
to toot
Thank
your horn
thank you.
sometimes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot, because yes, that I try to remain as grounded as possible. I never want to lose who I am. I never
Yeah,
want to lose the roots of who I am. I never want to lose those things that make me, and those people that make me who I am. I never want to lose sight of that. And sometimes we do shrink ourselves.
yes,
And I never want to shrink myself, but I never want to forget as well. And
exactly.
so like I'm just very thankful and grateful for a product that even stays in demand, like, because it's so much going on. Gas $99 a gallon. We don't know if we wake up, if the people gonna be to take us. UFOs is out
That
here. It's just a
part.
lot. And then people still bother me and want, and it's not a bother, but they still want. If the world gonna end, let me end it with these earballs.
Yes.
It means a lot to
And
me.
that right there says so much because I'm a firm believer. We always love to have good clients, good regular clients, good,
Yes.
regular customers or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
But the new ones, when they start and they become the regular ones, then that means something a little bit extra too.
Yes, yes. Their enthusiasm keeps you going.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Their enthusiasm keeps you that I've been looking for you. Your product is so that newness is what keeps you wanting to make a new thing because somebody somewhere has not heard of you yet. And you
Yeah.
want to, yes, that definitely keeps me moving and going. Most
Because it makes
definitely.
you want to outdo the last thing. You're like, well, okay, now I know Myra just got that design, but okay, she brought her friend and she wants this. So I'm going, I hate to do this to Myra, but I'm going to have to make her friends like just a little bit better, a different
Oh
level.
man,
So
no harm. Yes,
look, you
yes,
said
most
nothing
definitely.
personal.
Nothing personal, but I have got to do this and do it better. And that's one thing is that I always say you'll never find me where you left me.
Yes.
And so I am definitely always trying to make things look better, improve upon things. And so that's most definitely a thing for me. Is never finding me where you left me. So
Now, we were talking about creativity and, having wonderful clients and customers, but what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced since starting your business?
imposter syndrome.
Mm,
There is a bit of anxiety that comes about and just putting myself out there. I don't like rejection. And so if I feel like I'm going to be rejected, I don't want to go. And
yeah,
so I am a forced extrovert. I'm an introvert. And so to sell a product, you got to sell a product and you got to sell yourself as well. Those are some of the things that and then I don't, well, I'm going to share something with you and your audience. I do suffer from tremors. And so sometimes it's very easy for me to get things done and sometimes it's harder. But
hmm,
I keep going. I keep going. And God is good. I just keep going. And I keep
yes,
making. And some of the things I make are very meticulous and people would never guess what it takes for me to put that out there, but I just keep going. And so a lot of things come up. Should this be me? Why me? In those down seasons, because entrepreneurship is ebbs and flows, and sometimes
yeah,
it's up and sometimes it's down, and people don't see that, and I still have to put out things as if it's up, and
yeah,
sometimes it's not up. And so you are really chasing something that nobody can see but you and God.
yes.
And so you just got to keep going.
Yes. And again, that's where that obedience comes in because I always tell anybody, nobody has any idea the conversation that you and God had.
No.
God can give us the most craziest ideas. And we're like, how are we going to do that?
Yes.
Who am I going to get to be on my podcast? Who want to sit down and talk to me? What are you talking about, Lord? Reach out to Janelle. We don't know each other. All I know is her earbuds. Like, how is she? But you know what? We just do it. We push through anyway.
We
Be-
definitely do.
The one song that sticks out to me, and I always say, just because God said it, that's enough for me. I'll figure
Yes.
out the rest. The rest of it is going to come together.
And
But
the
just,
one that sticks out to me is I don't know how he's going to do it. And I don't know
woo,
when he's going to fix it. I
mm,
only know that God is going to make a
make
way
a
for
way.
me.
Yes,
And so, I just stick to that. And I just say every morning, God, show me how good it can get.
yes,
Just
yes, yes,
just
yes.
show me how good it can get. Just show me how good it can get. And I just keep going.
Just walking in that expectancy, honey.
That's
Just
it.
walking in that
You will
expect.
never have what you don't believe you deserve.
That's right. That's right. And that's why I'm so thankful and so excited to be sharing space with you tonight because I didn't know. You could have just been like, whatever. So I'm just very,
That's
I'm just very, very grateful. Who, Mama's with Myra. What is that? I don't know what that is. But I'm just thankful that you took a chance on me to get your story out there. And so
most
hopefully
definitely.
it'll bring you even more clients. You
Most
know,
definitely. And if not, I do pray that it brings me more clients, but I'm also grateful for connections and I'm grateful for inspiring words and speaking things into me. And you have a beautiful spirit. So, like I said, once again, thank you for inviting me.
absolutely, honey. Absolutely. So now with you being in business, what has been one of your proudest business moments so far?
I absolutely adore Winston-Salem State University, and I had the privilege of making 30 hats for Powerhouse Cheerleading Squad just in February for
I saw that.
CIAA.
Yes.
I'm always proud for that. I definitely have one customer, Raising Cultures, and a lot of people follow her, and that's why I get a lot of customer base, and so it's very to look on her videos and see so many people talking about my product. I'm like, me, that is, that's a good moment. I'm to have my mama be so proud of me. I was raised by a single woman in a village, and to have that woman be so proud of me and have my product on, to see people spend their hard-earned money, just regular everyday women spend their hard-earned money on a product that I make every day, makes me more proud than anything I can know. Teaching those children how to make earrings and create businesses for themselves, those are my proud moments.
And you know what, honey? You just said a whole word because, like you said earlier, especially with gas being
Yes.
$99 a gallon,
Yes.
and they
Yes.
choose to still spend with you, that's saying a lot. And that's something for
Yes.
you to be very, very proud of.
Most definitely.
So, now how would you describe your brand style and energy?
My energy is to leave people better than I found them and to uplift people.
Mhm.
And so if I've done that, I've done my job. It's a
And I was waiting on you to say one more thing though. I'm gonna see if you're gonna tap in, if you're gonna read my mind and see one more thing that I thought you was gonna say. Because when I see a lot of your work, I think about this particular word. And we was kind of touching on it when we first started talking to each other. That what you said, but also when I see your brands, be it a tie, a hat, whatever, I think
culture.
Afrocentric.
Most definitely. Most
Yeah,
definitely. Everything I do, and I reiterate, it's for it's for the blacks first.
yeah,
And I'm very unapologetic in that.
yeah.
At a time where our rights are being questioned, where they
Mm.
are trying to stop our vote, which I just want to say, if the vote didn't matter, they wouldn't want it so bad.
That
And
part.
and at the time where they're trying to make us feel so less than, at the time where the overqualified black lady with the joyous laugh is being told that she's not qualified enough, and at the time, especially where black women, which is the group that I service the most, we face the most.
Yes.
I want us to have something for ourselves and to feel better about it.
Yes, and look good while doing it.
Most definitely. I want everything to be a conversation starter.
Yeah.
I want somebody to look at your earrings and say what? Oh, that's nice. And let's have a conversation about it.
Hmm.
I want them to say, oh, that's nice. And it be a conversation starter. And so most definitely Afrocentric uplifting. We can
Yes,
definitely put that in there. I'm very proud to be black.
me too. We are beautiful people.
We
We really,
are.
really are. We are beautiful people
We
and
are the
beautiful
only group of
creators.
women who can create every facet of
Everything.
everything. And
And
everything we touch is better.
I was gonna say, and not only that, but not only create things for each other and ourselves, but we create for everybody.
Yes,
Like
we
we can
are.
do it all. We
We
can do
do.
it all.
There's nothing that a black woman can't do, and there's nothing that's not better when we touch it.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what? We need to get together. We need to work on a t-shirt or something saying that because I
Most
feel that.
definitely. I
I feel
definitely,
that.
yes, everything is better when a black woman touches it.
Yes, it really, really
It
is.
really is.
Look, when we go offline, we're gonna talk about that right there because I
Okay,
like that.
most
Now,
definitely.
we were talking about how everything that we touch and everything that we create makes things better. And I know accessories often help people feel more confident. What does confidence mean to you?
The ability to unapologetically be yourself and to be free, no matter what. Because there are so many things to say. You can be free, but not like that.
Yes.
Um, I want you to do you, but just not like that. And confidence is being you, no matter what they say. And you just have to have the confidence to be you, because your freedom gonna bother folk who either one benefit from your
Mhm.
bondage, or people who aren't free themselves.
Yes.
They're very bothered by your confidence and your freedom. And
Yes.
so you have to unapologetically be you. And so, with that being said, that's what that means. The ability to be you no matter what room you step in, no matter what's told you might step on. You just be you.
And I think that if, other than y'all, I want y'all we're going to get all her information so that you can check out all of her stuff. But I think if nothing else comes through other than your creations, just be you and having that confidence to be you no matter what. And
Yes.
especially in a time of Facebook and internet and stuff. Because, when we was growing up, we didn't have to worry about all that stuff,
Thank God.
girl. So it's even more pressure now, so I
Mhm.
can't even imagine. And I think it's so important that every chance we get that we pour into our young girls and our young women. Because I remember I was chubby. I've been a big girl all my life. And I remember my grandma said, if that's the only thing they can say about you, like, so what?
Yes.
And I was
Yes.
like, but grandma, you don't understand. They said this, that, and the other. And she said, I looked at you like, if that's the only thing that they can say about you.
Hmm.
And ever since then, my parents, they made sure that I always walked with my head held high,
Most
be it at the
definitely.
lowest weight, at my largest weight, whatever it was. And I think it's so important to be able to, like you said, feel confident in what you're wearing. Walk in, take command of the room, whether you're a size 0 or size 26, whatever tone, complexion, or whatever. You walk in like you own that room, and a good accessory, a good handbag, a good hat,
Yes.
a good earring, bracelet, honey,
Yes.
can make that happen.
It definitely can. It definitely can. I feel like your outfit is better when you have on what I make.
Yeah, absolutely. Another T-shirt.
Yes.
See, look, we creating here and didn't even
We
realize we was
creating a
gonna do
whole new business. You see what I'm saying? Tell me life ain't better when two like-minded sisters get together.
it,
Okay,
honey.
it's nothing we can't
It's
do
nothing better.
at
Nothing
all.
better. Now, speaking of ideas, where do you draw your inspirations from for your jewelry and your collections?
I have to think outside of what I like. I have to look around and of course a lot of things I say are spirit led because I just sit at the table. Especially when I'm not like when I'm creating earrings, I look at the fabric, I see everything in circles. So I just see like when I look at a big piece of fabric, I see everything in circles, but I look at what I think will make the next person feel good. I look at what is going around in the world. Like I'm looking at a pair of earrings right now, and they say protect Black women.
Yes.
And we know in the last couple of weeks there have been men that have taken Black women's lives. There
Yes.
have been, Black women are on every hand and every side, just under attack sometimes. And so
Yes.
I just wanted to make something to say that protect Black women at all costs. And so I try to, like I said, from what's going on around me, sometimes you might not want to say it out your mouth, but you can wear it on.
Noise.
You can wear a message, like you can sing a message, just like you can say a message, just like you can anything. And so mostly when I make something and create something with my hands, that is definitely I say this is spirit led because I said I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I thought, oh, this is not nice. Girl, you did good. And other times I just take inspiration from what's around me, how I feel as a person, how I feel I want others to be treated, whether it deals with me or not.
Yeah.
I want everybody to be treated well and fair, and I believe in just loving everybody, and that's where it comes from. I love
Yes. Yes. So, what advice would you give to a woman who wants to start their own business, but they're afraid?
do it, do it,
Plain and simple.
because there is somebody waiting on what you are holding,
That's right.
and
And
so
I'm a firm
there's room
believer too.
and excuse me, there's room at every table.
Yes, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was going to say I'm a firm believer too that if God gives you the idea, He's going to bring you the people. You
He
just
didn't
got to
give it to you
execute.
for no, he did not give it to you for no reason to hold on to it.
That's right.
And like I said, there's room for you at any table. Don't you ever think there are not enough of anything until you get there. And
Yes.
so somebody, like I said, somebody's waiting for what you are holding. And you never know how it can change somebody's life.
Something
To
as
you,
simple. Yeah,
to,
something
you,
so simple.
to me, it's an earring, and I don't get it sometimes. I'm like, these people going crazy, and I don't understand it. But to them, it's much, much more. And I'm
Hmm.
very thankful for that. And sometimes I don't understand that, but it does. And so I am, like I said, I'm thankful for that. And so if you want to do it, do it. If God gave you the vision, He'll give you the provision. And don't forget, you're on a budget. God ain't. And
Oh,
if you just take the limit off of what you're asking, He'll
yeah.
supply it to you. He's told you He'll give it to you, pressed down, shaken up, running over, exceedingly and abundantly above more than you could ever ask. You just gotta ask.
Girl, I didn't know that we was gonna have Monday night service because
Because
every
I'm
show
gonna
is
be,
four
I'm
words.
gonna be where God at all times. Now
Yeah.
I'm full of foolishness, but I'm full of the faith. I'm full of
That's right. We can
foolishness.
find a good happy balance.
Yes, and so most definitely, but I definitely, if God has given you a vision, He means for you to execute it, and you won't rest until you can.
Yeah.
And so, when you keep talking about obedience, I always, when I think about obedience, I think it's better than sacrifice.
Yes.
And so, if you are obedient to God and you keep that this and you do it, I always say, in any situation, if you give God something to touch, He'll multiply it.
Every single time.
Yes.
Now, I know we were talking about your faith. How do you stay grounded and what keeps you going and motivated during difficult seasons?
My friends, my friends, they have been, I think there is not a greater village than the one that God has given me. They have seen me at my very lowest and they see me at my highest. And when I am down, they hold me up. And I am nothing. I am not self-made. I tell you that. I don't know where people get that from because it takes a village to raise a Janelle. And they keep me focused, they keep me grounded, they on my management team. They if I can't provide it, if I forget it, if I say I need some glue, and my friend will say, Janelle, come pick up some glue. And I'll be saying, I didn't order that glue. She said, no, but you said you needed it. And this how we're gonna keep the business going. And so the people behind me are so much greater than me. And I
Mhm.
just can't tell them enough how much I love them.
Yes, and it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing for you to have that because the one thing that I notice and that I find is you had made a good point earlier when you said there's customers for everybody. We can all be
Yes,
doing the same thing. But
yes.
so many people now, Janelle, want to gatekeep. And I've
Hmm.
never been a person to gatekeep. I mean, I always say we can have three beauty salons, and I could be one of the stylists, and whoever's meant to come to me and come in my chair is gonna come to me. So
Most
why
definitely.
gatekeep? I don't understand that.
I always say the competition is bottom level behavior.
Yes,
And because if I'm to be all that I am to be, I cannot do that by myself. You have to have a team. You have to have people with you. Because if all your designs and all in with you, when you're gone, it's gone.
that's right. There's no legacy.
There's no
That's it.
legacy there. And so you have to teach, be willing to teach and to lean on those who have like minds for what you're doing so that y'all can create something beautiful. Like I said,
Mhm.
I really believe that competition is low level behavior, and it's around black people. I be saying that's that slave stuff, and I really be saying the cuss word because cussing is not spiritual gift. I use it all the time, but I be saying that's that slave stuff that they gave us,
Mhm.
because one of the worst things that actually ever happened to us was when they was intermingling us, because when all we had was each other,
Mhm.
we built towns, we built culture, we we got off that bus and we drove for 366 days until they said, guess what, you win. And then we got on those buses, we forgot that we were the reason that we excelled. And so we need each other. And so I need other people who do what I do so that we can reach people, because you're reaching out my reach.
Exactly. Exactly. So why not collaborate?
We should be more collaborations,
Yes.
most definitely.
Definitely more collaboration. So, speaking of collaborations, are there any future collaborations, pop ups, or projects that you're excited about right now?
I do have quite a busy summer with pop-ups. I have spoken to other businesses, and we do speak on collaborating events and coming together to create experiences with each other. And I look forward to all of those, whether we be candle making and bracelet making, or working with my friend who has a ministry for women and them making things. And I love to go to organizations and speak and to take things to do. So I'm always down for a collaboration. I have a very busy summer with pop-ups, and I'll be at Lyrics by the Lake on the 15th, and then I have the NAACP banquet, and then I have an event with the AKAs in High Point, and then I'll be at Lyrics by the Lake again, and here and there pop-ups throughout the city. Like I said, I am very honored that people
Yes.
reach out to me and want me to be in places after so many years. And then some years are not as active as others. And in my
Mhm.
inactive years, people have still stuck by and worn my product. And they say, "You still make that? Well, I want you to come here." And so very busy summer. It's a Black Theater Festival summer. So we are all ready to
Yes.
paint the town purple and black. And I look forward to vending in those opportunities as well. So busy summer. I'm looking forward to it. God give me the strength to create all I need to create. That's another one of my biggest things too, is because I want to make sure the quality that I put out is
Mhm.
always the same quality. And so that's probably another big hurdle of mine. That's my ADD. Give me back. But
No,
I
that's
definitely
perfectly
have a
fine.
quality. I definitely have a quality that I want to be kept. And so
Well, yeah, because that's your legacy.
that's
You don't want to do high quality work for 10 years and then on 11th year it goes to hell in a handbasket. And they be
I
like, well,
know that's the truth.
what's she doing? What? Wait a minute.
What did I tell Tina in that movie? Now, it's got my daddy's blood on it. Now it's got my mama name on it. Now my
That's
mama name
right.
on this. I'm Mona's baby girl. I think I gotta be turning it out right.
That's right. So now,
Yes.
speaking of that, what legacy do you hope that your brand will leave behind long after you're gone?
I still want women to be empowered by what they got from me. I still want them to feel good. I still want to leave a legacy that is the same. I still want to leave people better than I found them. I still want them to be feeling beautiful and empowered and strong about what they know of me or their encounters with me. If I can just leave women better,
Yes.
leave whomever better, no matter who I touch, race, gender, or everybody. This brand is for everybody. And so if I can just leave them better, I have done my job. I have done what God has given me to do. He wants me to leave people better. I try to be the person that I've always needed in my life. I try to be that person to other people, and I hope my brand is that. I hope you know that you are protected. I hope you know that you matter. And I hope you know that it's really you and God, and who can beat you. And I
That's
want you
right.
to know that, I want you to remember that years later, no matter what.
I love that. I love that. And even just you saying that, I feel like you're pouring into me too. Because, sometimes when we have these conversations, and even when I'm doing interviews, sometimes, they say how you give advice and then you feel yourself advised. So you come
Yes.
in and thinking, okay, one way I got this. And then to even expect to get a whole lesson and a whole pouring into me. So I appreciate you not only just pouring into me, but giving that message and pouring into my audience too.
Yes. Iron
So,
sharpens iron.
so now, as we're starting to wrap up, tell us all of your social media information so people can find you.
Okay, so on Facebook, it is IDIA accessories, and that's my business page. I do post different things to my personal page, and you can follow me there, Janelle Brown, because my ties are one of a kind, and a lot of things are one of a kind. I don't post them where there are like 4,000, 5,000 people. I won't recreate it. And once it's gone, it's gone. And so sometimes I post certain things over there, sometimes I don't. Like I said, you can follow me there. On Instagram, I am the maker of underscore all things dope.
Yeah.
Um, and so that is my Instagram handle. Now I'm gonna be honest. I got a TikTok page. I don't even know my handle on there. But you gotta watch on there. But those are, and I'm most active on Facebook.
Okay. And guys, if you want to try to reach her, you can also contact me and I can get you connected with her. So
Yes.
now, Janelle, as we're wrapping up, what affirmation or encouraging words would you like to leave with our listeners?
Uh, in a world that tells you to be everything, just be who you are.
Yes.
It is enough. Who you are is enough. What you have is enough. And to not pour from an empty cup.
Mm, mm.
Fill yourself. As a matter of fact, fill yourself into your saucer and give from your saucer so your cup can stay full.
Woo.
Um, we are taught this black woman, superwoman trope that does not exist.
Mhm.
Strength is in knowing when to put it down.
Yes.
Strength
Yes.
is in knowing that you don't have to carry everything. And so I just want you to be you, to be well, and to do those things that make you be well and be your, if it does not contribute to your best self, put it down. It's not
Then
worth
you do it. Yes, I think that that's the perfect way, guys, for us to close this interview out. This has been more than a blessing. I
it.
thought we were
Yes.
just gonna get on here and talk about some earbobs, and we done went to church a little bit. We done had some black power. We done
Yes.
had woman empowerment, just all of the things. And I just thank you so much, Janelle, for sharing your journey, your heart, and your vision with us today. Your story is a reminder that creativity, courage, and purpose can truly open doors and inspire others to walk boldly into who they are. To everyone listening, make sure you support and follow IDIA Accessories or Janelle Brown on Facebook and
Mhm.
continue uplifting small businesses that are creating with intention and passion. This has been another beautiful episode of Moments with Myra's podcast. Remember to walk in purpose, embrace your journey, and continue creating moments that matter. Until next time, peace and blessings.